Hey everyone, Chris of CJC Photography here, and today I'm reunited with the multi-talented and all-around amazing human, Eric
I
Guilmette.
paid him to say that.
Well, my next line was, I forgot to say I'm proud to call you a friend.
Aw, he's proud to call me a friend too, but
Yes.
I'm multi-talented.
Yes, he has all the talents.
So are you going to list the talents? Are those written on the card?
So I don't have all the talents listed out, but I can like wing those if you want.
Sure, or we can just say it's Eric Guilmette.
Yes.
I'm glad to be here with
How are you
Chris.
doing today?
We just shot. A
Yes.
little tired. We got food.
Yes, we did.
We did 2 days of signing, and
Yes, we're in Boston
we're in
with
Boston.
Lexi C. Foss.
Yes.
Love her.
Yep.
For a book signing called Sinners and Stardust.
Yes,
And
Stardust Sinner.
well, you never know. Depending on the day.
Depends on who you're asking and what kind of mood we're in.
Do you like my cards? I put my logo and everything.
I
on
do.
them. Very professional.
I'm going to show off your cards. See that? This is CJC Photography.
Thank you so much. So, for a little bit of backstory, if you guys don't know, Eric and I met in 2021. Our first photo shoot was in Tampa, Florida. We've worked with one another many times over the years. We've licensed 148 book covers together,
Wow.
which is the most I've ever done with one person. You've also, since the time we first met in 2021, he's been the most books model every year since 2021. So how does that feel?
I'm a competitive person, as you know, and it's definitely been motivating the first year I got it because I wanted to make sure I got it every year after that. And ironically, we only shot once last year, so the fact that I still was able to be most booked and
Yeah, that's true.
it's really cool. To be quite honest, it's very humbling and very awesome to know that this industry is what it is, and it's been this way for me, and it all started with you. It started with you saying, "Hey, you want to shoot book cover?" And I was
Teamwork.
like, "What the hell is book cover?" You're like, "Trust me, you'll do great." And then
I gave you a little bit more explanation.
yeah, I didn't just walk into
All
the
that
fire.
backstory.
Yeah, but no, it was great, and here we are, and
Yeah,
it's
and
been
how
amazing.
do you know how many events you've done?
I
I'm
think
not
this was my 9th event,
Wow.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And yeah, with more to come. I'm already signed
Yeah.
on for at least 2 next year, and I have vertical events now for acting, and yeah, I've become very used to conventions and the romance novel space, which is amazing. It's an incredible community of people who are all passionate about the books.
So, for those that might not know, but not only do you model, but you act as well. You've been in over, this is the last count I had, so update me if this is wrong.
Okay.
But you've led over 25 vertical series for a variety of major platforms. And for viewers who might not be aware or familiar with that medium, tell us about verticals?
Yeah, so I've done 31 today.
Okay.
The
Update.
the vertical space it's kind of like romance novels come to life, told in a very concise fashion.
Yes.
So usually the runtime on a vertical series is about 90 minutes, but we just kind of classify them as modern day soap operas. They're usually a one-off. There's very rarely an actual series, even though they're called vertical drama
Right.
series. It's usually a 90-minute movie. It's just chopped into these 1 to 2 minute episodes.
They're very addicting.
They're addicting. They're
I've seen
they're-
a few.
They're meant to get your
They do.
hit you in the heart center, and you go, wait, I need to see this. I need to see
Yep.
more. I need to see more. And it's dopamine, and it's conflict, it's resolution, it's cliffhanger. That is the whole
Yeah.
way, the formula to make a vertical.
Right.
And so I've been blessed to have that this industry kind of lead me right into there. Being an actor as well, and now I produce verticals, and it's
You're doing everything.
it's a yeah. I need to slow down, but it's a crazy life. And anyways, it's a great avenue, and a lot of people that are watching this right now definitely found me through verticals. So I'm forever grateful for vertical series.
And speaking about producing, you have an upcoming one called Love and Blood, which you're producing, acting, part of the creative team. It's highly anticipated about vampires. Tell me a little bit more about that.
It is. So Love and Blood is a series that We filmed right at the end of last year. It was the last thing I pretty much filmed for the year. And a series I created with Purple Light Pictures and one of my co-stars, Noemi Van Slyke, who's also my co-producer. And our team, we wanted to make something that was unique. Again, I've done enough vertical series that some of them are a little cheesy and redundant. We wanted to make something that felt like you're watching a movie, and it's actually good vampire. It's good quality. It actually has an ongoing arc.
Okay.
So and we shot our first part last year, and it should be coming out in the next couple weeks, hopefully.
I saw the teasers. They looked really good.
Yeah, teasers look good, and
love me some vampires.
Yeah, it's and for people who like read vampires, like this is definitely more in the world of like what you would read in a romance series. It's actually well developed. It follows 3 romances instead of just one.
Okay.
So
Are you involved with all of them?
No, and I mean I don't know why you would think that. Wouldn't that be egotistical of me to produce a series then?
And he's like involved with every love triangle scene potential.
No, yeah, it was just really well written, and the writers were also our co-producers as well. So it's very well put together, and I'm excited for the world.
I'm excited to see it. So since you've been doing so many different verticals over the past couple of years now, what do you think is the future for that specific industry?
Great question. So I think that verticals itself, I think the style of storytelling will stay where it's like these 2 to 5 minute clips, like these 2 to 5 minute episodes. I think the 1 to 2 minute is becoming very quick. Like it's almost too fast. It's like you don't have enough time to let.
That's true.
You don't even have time to let yourself breathe as an actor or let the scene breathe. So I would say 4 to 5 minutes is like a standard long scene or normal, and so like if we can make them a little bit longer, I think that'll stay. The bite-sized information thing will definitely continue. I think these storylines will get so much better next year. I've worked on enough of these. I've produced 3 series now, and I have 2 series that I'm already slated to produce at the end of this year, and they're and like the stories are getting really good. There's still those crap stories out there that like, I don't know what to call them.
I mean, I've seen some of them on TikTok, and even though they're super corny, I'm like, well, here I am 5 minutes later.
Yeah, so it's like I think that will eventually fully get phased out, like probably at some point next year when because it's just the audience is still taking time to come around. This industry it's only existed for like 2.5 years, and so it's still so new, but. I'm excited because bigger players are getting in, budgets are going up a little bit, quality's going up, and I think it'll be a lot of fun for people to see. I think
especially since people consume things like so fast and quickly, and they're like, okay, next and next and next. So it should be interesting to see where it goes.
Yeah, we'll see.
Do you have, I already know the answers to this, but maybe other people won't, your favorite on-set meal?
My favorite on-set meal?
Meal.
Oh.
Yeah, what do you like to eat?
I mean, you know the answer to this question. Chipotle.
Of course, we had it yesterday.
Yeah, whenever I am on set.
And you have the option.
And I have the opportunity to be like, what do you want? Like, sometimes I want a salad, especially if I know if I have shirtless scenes. I'll try to get a salad for lunch, but 9 times out of 10, I'm like, it's quick. Usually most people like it. Chipotle is always like a healthy option.
Let's go to. I have actually only... Well, yesterday, I think the last time I had it was when you came to visit.
That sounds about right. Yeah, I usually bring Chipotle with me. I'm like
when I was like, okay, we're gonna do 2 different shoot locations, but don't worry, we'll get Chipotle after.
You're like, it'll be okay.
So last year I watched you in Tales of Christmas, which was on Great American Family and Amazon Prime, which follows Caleb, an Army veteran who finds healing through therapy dogs at a local shelter while recovering from an injury. I thought it was such a cute and heartwarming story, and I just really enjoyed it. It was very wholesome. And what was that experience like?
That was really fun. I mean...
It looked like it was.
Like, yeah, when you're filming with dogs and Christmas and romance, it's very hard to not have fun on that set. It's just, it's so lighthearted, and it's compared to a lot of the dramatic stuff that I film, like, where it's like... when you're filming verticals, a lot of it it's soap operas. It's the highs and lows of life. It's like you're getting married and then someone's dying and then someone's getting stabbed and it's like it's constant highs and lows. Whereas this is a very much like
it was like the most G-rated thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's so middle of the road. It's so like easygoing, and like the hardest thing is the conflicts that they're facing. They're not like life or death. So
it's very wholesome.
Yeah,
I think it's something that anyone could watch. nothing scary.
No,
Unfortunately.
I mean it's a great movie to throw on around Christmas time,
Yeah,
like and I
it was
think
cute.
that like I was just
I
happy to
liked
make
it.
something that my grandpa could watch and be like, and then like, 'cause
Not like
I don't send my
mortified.
grandpa my vertical series. I'm like, you don't need to watch this hardcore intimacy.
Since you've been doing so much acting lately, let's say someone's just starting in the industry and wants to become an actor. Do you have any initial tips for them?
Yeah, I mean, like, well, I think one of the main things is know why you're getting into something. Like, don't just do it because someone tells you should do it and they think you're
Fair.
good at it, or don't do it because you hear it's a way to make money or whatever. Like, I mean, those things always exist, but it's not it's not enough to drive you to be crazy. Like, I'm crazy, right? Like, I'm an absolute
In the
psycho,
best way.
but it's because I love it, right? And so, like, I'd say that's the thing is have a reason, and then number two would be like find your like isms, like your niche that is you that you can lean into as an actor. Like when I started like actually going out for romantic leads and and then I started booking them and I leaned into it more, like I understood. I'm like, okay, this makes sense. Like I mean, I literally came from this world, this romance novel world where it's like I am the romantic lead in these books. Like I should be playing that, like it doesn't mean I can't do other things. It doesn't mean I can't do comedy or action or whatever, but
It never surprised me that you would lead where you've gone so far, because the people that do the best in the niche that I'm in are just the most expressive. They're know how to move their bodies. They know how to move their faces. If I give you a concept, even though it might be a little wild, you can get into it and move around and like very versatile. Whereas sometimes people get stuck in their very one look, and then that is kind of all they can do, but you can literally do anything. So.
Yeah, well, thanks. I talked about it. I talked about this when I actually did my interview on Talented Universe. When I was talking about my poetry book, I talked about how if something doesn't feel natural, you probably shouldn't try and force it. And I talked about when I knew I was done writing this book was I was like. I just could feel a natural change happening in my life, and I was like, okay, I'm done with this book. I can close this chapter. I can lean into something else. I don't write when I'm not inspired to by because that's the nice thing about it is I don't have to fulfill a quota or get a book done by a certain day. So it's I'm not ever being forced to do it. It's the same thing as an actor. You shouldn't be necessarily trying to do comedy if it feels like it's pulling. Of course, if it's going to be hard, but if it's naturally hard, that's okay. If it's hard to the point that it feels like you're pulling teeth, probably shouldn't lean into that direction.
That's an interesting take. I'm most excited for, he has some scary stuff coming out, and that's mostly what I like to watch. Yeah. So I'm excited for that. Yeah. So your family are such big supporters of your work. Does your mom have a favorite project that you've done? She likes every post I do of that, so thanks to your mom.
I would say my mom probably likes Tales of Christmas most so far. I mean, I would say probably that one. But I mean, I have so many things that are coming out,
Black Box.
Yeah, I mean, I have some features and stuff like that, right? The movie I'm most excited for that's coming out next probably is Dungeons of Ecstasy. I think that one will come out before Love and Blood ever does.
Okay.
And I'm really excited for it because it's just it's so good in the way of quality of production. The cast is incredible. The story, everything starts with a script as well. If you have a shitty script, you can't do anything with it. And the script is really good. It's a character that I was very comfortable playing. Not because it was easy comfort. It was comfort in the way that it just made sense. It's the same thing we're talking about right now, right? And so, anyways, I'm excited for anyone to see that. I hope my family sees it, even though it is a little, It's called Dungeons of Ecstasy. I mean, it's not exactly
I don't imagine a lot of clothes as being worn in this one.
It's not fluffy bunnies in clouds of heaven. We
don't want it.
Yeah. But either way, I'm excited for that one, and then in Love and Blood, I'm really excited too because that one I've put so many hours into, as have the other producers and creative team and all the actors. They gave incredible performances, so I'm excited for both those to come out. Yeah.
He is one of the hardest working people I know, hands down. This man
I had fans show up to
takes
the
no
signing
breaks.
and they're like, please take a vacation. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I took a few days.
I mean, we're similar in some, well, in many ways, but in the way of like, I can't not be doing something to move forward in some type of way. Like, if I'm going somewhere, like, even if it is a vacation, I'm like, that will never be turned off. Like, I
Yeah.
can't not be mind going in different directions. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what if I took a picture and it could be used for this type of thing? And,
Yeah.
and I'm like, well, there went out that window.
So, like, I think if you have a creative mind, like, you just want to use it. And, like, that's why, like, you know, poetry, like, writing for me is therapeutic. It is still something that's now a partial career of mine, right? It's become a part of of who I am, right?
Yeah.
And so, but it doesn't feel like I'm working doing it. It feels like I'm actually
Which
just
is the best.
doing something for me, you know? So, yeah, I think the word vacation is used lightly because I also travel so much for work that I get to see a
Yeah.
lot of the world, you know?
My favorite is when you can like multi-purpose anything. Like you can do something more for fun when you're on a trip for a work purpose.
Yeah.
Or I honestly don't like going which this is probably like a issue that I have, but I don't like to go somewhere where it's not going to be partly work purpose because I'm like, why am I doing this?
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
probably why I need help and like need to learn how to relax. But
Well, I mean, it's just also like different stages of life. I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like if you're at the stage of your life where it's like, you know, you're so completely fulfilled by your career, you've made so much, you know, money per se, which is always a relative term,
Yeah.
right? I think if you have that, and like then you finally feel like you can let off the gas a little bit, you probably are able to relax a little bit more. But also, I say that and people retire, and then like a year later, they're running their own business of something. you
yeah,
know?
I feel like I also never would want necessarily that to happen because I personally will always want to be like pushing and striving for new things, trying new things, doing things I've never done, or like new accomplishments. Like even just comparing myself year to over year, I make a goal list and what I want to accomplish this year,
Yeah.
and I'm super intense like that. So this was a question that was submitted. I can answer it first because when I wrote it down, I already had my answer, but you're gonna be like, what?
Okay.
Okay. So if you could choose 5 famous people, alive or not, to have a dinner party with, who would you pick and why? Okay. So I'm going to say Sarah Michelle Gellar, Jennifer Love Hewitt. I love everything 90s. Like, that is my everything. And they are my favorite actors. And I also mainly only like scary movies. So then I would say Wes Craven, who was the director of the Scream franchise before he passed. I would just love to know all those insider things of like how the ideas came to be. Like, I'm just obsessed with all that. So I think that's 3. Then I would say, I thought I had these memorized. Then I would only be able to, I would say Spice Girls, but I can only pick 2. So I'll say Sporty and Baby. So that's 5. So I'm just gonna, Wes is gonna be like, what an interesting group that you put together.
Like, thanks for inviting me.
I mean, he's with a group of beautiful women.
Yeah,
So
it's tough.
you're welcome.
Worst
And
places to be.
they're horror movie girls, so I'd be
Okay.
curious how he picked them. So that's my group.
Okay, I like that group. I probably will have a different group.
You
than,
sure will.
Um,
Ooh, let me kind of guess yours. It's gonna have sports on there. So, Tom Brady.
what's the first one?
More than one sports for athlete or no?
I'll say there's 2 sports athletes. Yeah.
Gronkowski.
No, but that'd be a hilarious dinner party.
Yeah, I thought you might like that.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Okay. I would say my other person I would love to have dinner with would be Wayne Gretzky.
Okay.
Yeah, Wayne Gretzky, the great one.
Yep.
You know, I played hockey for 17 and a half years.
He's
and,
done all the sports.
Yeah. So yeah, Tom Brady, Wayne Gretzky, and then I think that the other 3 people would be people that are close to me,
Okay.
and I'm gonna elect not to say their names.
Yeah,
But
you don't have to.
but yeah, people that are close to me, and like I just really value them as humans, and I it's almost like the people that I wish I got more time with,
Mhm.
but because of circumstances of life and
Yeah.
just the way it goes, right? Like
Mhm.
you want to just spend a little more time with them, and so I think I would give, it would be a weird dinner party to have all these people there together, but also,
Hey,
that's
why
life,
not?
right? Yeah.
I like how you went deep, and I'm like, everyone from the '90s that I'm obsessed with and still am.
You're like sporty?
Yes. They'd be like, "Sir, we need you to leave because you're getting a little crazy." So you love to travel.
Yes.
Where's one place you've never been to, but you've always wanted to go?
There's several places.
Give it to
I've
me.
wanted to go to Cappadocia,
Where's
Turkey.
that? Okay.
Yeah, for a long time. And go in a hot air balloon ride and watch
Ooh.
hot air balloon rides. Like I got to go to Turkey at the beginning of this year. I got to go to Istanbul for filming.
Oh, wow. I'm
But
so scared of heights, so it's an absolutely never.
I'm terrified of heights too, but for whatever reason, I'm able to face it head on every so often.
Oh,
But
God, I could never.
But it would just be such a great thing. And anyways, I loved Istanbul and the culture's great and it's amazing. And so I just didn't get the chance to go. So that's somewhere I want to go.
Okay.
A few other places. I also want to go to Tunisia and see a little bit of Tatooine, which is from Star Wars.
Okay.
That'd be like part of the same trip because
Okay.
it's in that general vicinity. I also haven't been to Brazil yet. That's a place that I like.
Ooh.
I
That'd
have
be
friends in Brazil, and
Yeah, that'd be fun.
and I don't even know if I necessarily have a specific place in Brazil. I just want to experience Brazilian culture.
Yeah,
I've gotten to travel everywhere, I feel like, and I just haven't been able to go
that'd be cool.
there yet. So yeah, those are like places that are like more on my like current list. But
Okay.
I also have a list of like 20 places written on a
I'm
notepad.
sure it's never ending.
Yeah.
So let's be wild. You're not working. Let's just say you're not working. What do you like to do for fun?
Concerts.
Okay.
Huge country
Travel?
music fan. Yeah, travel. Definitely spend my money on experiences. Like that's like my thing.
Like I don't want gifts. I want to take pictures in places.
Exactly. I'm like I don't want any sort of a physical gift ever, unless
You can also give me a physical.
I do like someone brought me the.
Oh, you've gotten some cool
I
gifts.
got some cool gifts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
like
weekend they've given you some cool,
like something
thoughtful
that's like
things.
homemade, thoughtful things, like things
You
like
definitely
that.
have.
Those things I care about.
Yeah,
like,
I like that.
Yeah, those are really cool gifts. But yeah, I spend my money on experiences. So I love. I just love going to the beach. Like I honestly, that's why I live there. Yep, and I just
my favorite
love
thing to
living
do.
next to the beach.
Same.
Yeah, music definitely. Going to country concerts. Going to honestly most concerts in general. I do love traveling, and I'm a huge sports fan. So actually,
You sure?
I say that I've been to a Red Sox game in California and now in Boston in 1 week, separated.
Oh, wow.
I went last Sunday to the Padres game, and this Friday I went to the Red Sox
that's so
game
cool.
here. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So yeah, those are probably like my things, and then. As like cliche as it might sound, I just also enjoy spending time like one-on-one with someone that like I can connect to. It doesn't even need to be intimate. I just like having like the ability to have like one-on-one connection and feeling like just going a step deeper than surface level stuff. Yeah.
So I want to say thank you for doing this interview. How am I doing, guys? I wanted to end this with some manifestation. So, what is something on your bucket list? Like we talked about, you're doing so many things, but I know you're always looking forward. What is a bucket list project? Let's put it out there and let's watch this back in a year and then see how you made it happen.
Okay. Well, I always think in order to go forward, you need to reflect, right?
Yeah.
So back in like around middle 2023, I wrote a letter to myself, and I kind of did exactly what you're talking about.
I love it.
I wrote down 4 different things. I wrote down a financial goal for how much I was making. I wrote down a goal for my poetry. I said I was going to publish a poetry book. And ironically, that was like
We're doing a whole separate interview about that.
That was the last pillar of the thing that I needed to
Love
accomplish from that letter. And I wrote down where I wanted to be as an actor in terms of what I was working on and things like that. And then I wrote down like a personal thing. I wanted to be able to check in with myself and make sure that I was, happy with where I was during all of that. Like, no matter if that was again, intimate relationship, friendship relationship. I wanted to make sure to maintain certain things and grow in certain areas too. And so I achieved all of those goals. And
That's amazing.
the last one that I needed to cross off was the poetry book. So yeah.
I love it.
So looking back to go forward, that's that. Moving forward, I won't write the whole letter here on this video right
just
now.
Like I want something that I'm gonna look back and be like, oh my god, you did it.
Yeah, well, thanks.
Give me one thing.
I would say one thing that I would really love to have accomplished by this time next year.
So what month is it?
It's
August.
August.
So August 2026.
August 2026.
Yes.
Is I would love to be producing, like, I don't want to say all my own content, but I would love to be producing like half of the content that I act in, half of the shows, half of the movies that I take. I would love to be producing them.
Okay.
And I thought that I would actually get there by the end of this year, but just, life takes time. Everything that you think will take, 2 months, it ends up taking, 12 months. So, so that's really a big goal of mine, is to be able to produce things that I'm proud of, that I can show to my family, that people watch and they go, oh my God, this is amazing. That's my goal. Is to be doing that. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, stay tuned, because we're going to do a whole separate interview talking about
Wait, I want to hear yours.
Oh, mine?
Yes. You have to say one too.
Okay.
Give me one.
A goal for by the next year. I haven't. So I only go year to year. So December of the year, I plan my goal is for the whole following year.
Right.
And I spend a whole month and I do it super granular, like into categories, into subcategories.
Okay.
Yeah, if you saw my list, you'd be like, wow, okay.
I wrote a letter. You have a whole agenda.
I'm very much a Virgo on that one. So while I do the romance book cover photography wise full time, I this year wanted to like delve into like other areas, do things that more scared me, and things that I could just look back on and be like, oh wow, you at least tried to do, like, step out of your comfort zone more. So with the book cover photography, sometimes I do model on the covers, and I will say Keith, who you know as well. Hi, Keith.
Hi, Keith.
He was like, you should try to do the traditional route, try to do the modeling agency route, and try to submit for things in that realm, which was definitely very out of my comfort zone and not something that I ever really thought about doing. But last year and this year, I started doing more of that, and one of the goals is I want to do something with Publix so bad. Why Publix? I don't know, but that is on it.
Okay.
I just really want to do that. It's a grocery store.
So the campaign for Publix type of thing.
Could be anything I submit for hand modeling. Never got it.
I will hold a piece of fruit on this ad.
You should see the submission photos I sent to the agency, because it's just like me holding fruits and bananas and flowers and all these things. So I really want to do that. I would love to do some type of e-com for clothes, smiling. I want to do like smiling, laughing, all those things, toothpaste, all that kind of stuff. I've been doing lately being a dad, which is
daddy era. This is Chris's daddy
not
era.
something I want to do in real life, but so I just want to try to do more of that. Things that literally the day before I'll like try to think of excuses to get out of it and not go to it, because it'll like scare me. Going back to Keith, he and I did a commercial last year for a law firm based out of Orlando for equal housing rights, where I had lines, like crazy things where I'm like, who is this? Because that is not something I ever foresaw. So yeah, I'd like to do that more. Honestly, my main goal is I like how I met you doing this. Like, this is what I love to do. I would ideally be able to continue doing it in the future full time. So hopefully that continues. But yeah, just doing more things that I almost back out of.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Pushing your boundaries a little bit.
Yes.
Safely.
Yes. Yeah, no, not something like that I'm going to get hurt or anything, but things where, like Keith, for instance, is very he doesn't second guess anything. He's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's try it. In regards to like projects, and I'm like, ooh, second guessing everything, and he's like, no, just do it.
Just
so
go
like,
for it,
yeah, no, not over guessing.
Cool.
Second guessing.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to you not second guessing anything by August 2026.
See, well, the Publix thing, that's on my goal for by the end of 2025. So I
Okay.
don't have that much more time to make
Hey,
it happen.
who knows? You could get home 3 days from now and have some booked. So
Yeah, so we'll see. And then stay tuned because I'm doing a whole separate interview talking to Eric about his poetry endeavors. So stay tuned. Thanks.
Thanks.